program you're about to see contains acts of extreme violence from the outset.
I'm standing, waiting for something.
Tonight we take a look at the rising tide of game-inspired movies, soon to be bitch-slapping the big screen.
Stop! But first up, here's Alex with a smashing unsung classic. Before Diddy Kong, before Bond, there was Blast Core for the N64 from Master Developers Rare. It was a destruction fest inspired by disaster movies. But forget about your plasma guns, your nuclear armaments. Grab your Kevlar-coated marigold, because as Lord Kitchener said, your country needs you. It was 1997 when Blast Core plummeted down from Rare's mothership on planet Twyford, landing smack dab on our game-hungry heads. The fledgling N64 had only been twiddling its enhanced bits for a year. Blast Core was the first Rare title to hit the new machine. You are a member of Blast Core, leaders in the field of heavy-duty demolition. You've got to use your unique talents of revitalizing and renovating inner-city urban decay to twat the shit out of the buildings that are standing in the path of the oncoming, steadily approaching, autopiloted nuclear warhead! Really, it's just an excuse to destroy things. Blast Core is a kind of virtual punching bag. Take a big truck, a robot, or a motorized bike equipped with heavy artillery and run into, jump upon, or missile-riddle buildings. Once you've cleared the way for life to continue as we know it, you can go back and rescue the little people, save the scientists, activate satellites, and destroy, destroy, destroy. Why did it fail? I don't know. It's got everything that any successful Rare game has ever had. It's got excellent feedback. It's got engrossing gameplay. It's got that carrot in front of the nose that begs you to play more and more and more. Blast Core is available to rent or buy from any self-respecting store right now.
Napster has been courting controversy again. Yes, the on-again, off-again, sometimes legal file-sharing music godsend come pirate has been threatening to enter the world of video games.
Even though the service has recently been deemed unfit by a US court, media mogul Bertelsmann is planning to relaunch the service.
But now they're opening their light entertainment files for a fee, and this time it looks like they're getting closer to home.
Games developers tighten those chastity belts because it looks like Napster will be sniffing around your folders very soon.
The company was set up a couple of years ago, the brainchild of a skint US university student who wanted to get his mitts on some free stuff. He ingeniously set up an online community where people could trade MP3s without any money passing hands.
Now 50 million people subscribe, so Napster's got itself a nice little security blanket to stave off those cash-hungry artists and publishers who are suing for breach of copyright.
Bertelsmann signed up last year at the midnight hour, just as it looked like those bad boys Metallica were about to serve up subpoenas. Now they're legitimising the service, and it looks like they'll expand it to include all forms of interactive entertainment.
Free stuff!
Piracy is already a big issue with games developers, with millions lost every year to piracy. Some argue that this is why games are so expensive.
With consoles easily chipped and CDs effortlessly copied, their attempts to thwart pirates have been pretty ineffectual.
The industry relies on bodies like ELSPA to lead raids to arrest the perpetrators and confiscate the contraband.
But if Napster starts file-sharing games, then it will become nigh on impossible to track home swap shops. It'll mean no-cost gaming for some, but ultimately will be the kiss of death for the industry.
We'll see. More on this one as it downloads. And some news from the all-format charts is that the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire game is finally off the #1 slot after an incredible 17 weeks. But which game has taken its place? Is it A, Final Fantasy?
Oh, not again. Shut up, Hems. Of course it's bloody Final Fantasy IX. This PlayStation-only release has stolen the top slot, having gone straight to #1 in its first week. Must have been the influence of Alex's very positive review last month.
Oh yeah, definitely. And after 9 hit editions of the series, they've cooked up Final Fantasy, the feature film. And you can see the movie trailer right here, tonight, on Bits.
Next, we tell you how to spend your hard-earned cash with our rundown of some of the other latest releases.
Ah, shopping.
You know what it's like. All you want is a nice cup of tea and put your feet up. But your pesky dead relatives just won't give you a moment's peace. Ah, what a pain in the ass. Clive Barker's Undying. Out now for the PC.
Oh no, Bob.
When you think hedonism, worms may not be the first creatures to spring to mind, but there's a whole lot of wriggling going on in this game. Thanks to Dreamcast's online capabilities, you can party along with worm-loving chums from around the world. It's out now for PC or Dreamcast.
Sega's giving the little blue one and his chums a sonic shuffle around a brightly coloured board, playing mini-games against each other in search of precious stones. Looks beautiful, but with long load times, even the gorgeousness of the graphics may begin to pale.
Oh, man.
Four-wheel independent suspension system, weight distribution, tire slickness. Yeah! If these are the things that get your hot rod throbbing, then this budget re-release could be just the thing for you.
Those syndicate troops are trying to remove evidence from the
This is Konoko. She's the busty, bouncy, bendy babe from Oni. It might be shallower than a womble's burrow, but what you do get is a good bit of eye candy. Only kidding, Konoko.
Now here's a roundup of the games itching to make it in Hollywood.
The vast chasm that once separated video games from the movies is shrinking, and now Hollywood is pillaging from the virtual playground. Next in the cutting room is Final Fantasy, and the game's creator will be making his first flick. Shh!
We found them.
Yes, the seventh spirit.
Square's own Hironobu Sakaguchi is overseeing the production of the forthcoming Final Fantasy film. Boasting some heavyweight voice talent including James Woods, Donald Sutherland and Steve Buscemi, this will be a computer graphics spectacular.
Understatement. Over here, you son of a...
This shouldn't be happening!
What is that?
An integrated future of games and film is virtually upon us. But where did it all begin?
Where are we?
I'm not sure.
In 1982, the reels started rolling with Tron, the film, and the game. Cinema goers were astounded with their first trip into virtual reality. Both the game and the film were huge hits and set standards way high. In fact, the techno parlance that's used in the film, it still stands up in gaming court today.
Consequently, the big sharks in Movieland opened up their eyes and ears to the satisfying sound that is ka-ching, only to unleash a devastatingly dire series of films, from Mortal Kombat to Street Fighter, from Tekken to Mario.
But technology advanced, plots became more coherent, and the third-person action adventures took on cinematic overtones. The film world sat up and began to take notice. The legendary Living Dead director George Romero was the first tip to direct Resident Evil, the feature film of the game. Following some typical argy-bargy over scripts, Zombie King Romero is now out and Paul Mortal Kombat Anderson is in. Mortal Kombat? Oh dear. We'll inspect the results when the film splatters across cinema screens later this year.
And now, of course, the world's most celebrated cyberbabe, Ms. Lara Croft, is about to swap pixels and polygons for popcorn and Oscars. We're certainly hoping the game-to-movie genre will finally do us gamers proud. Surely it was only a matter of time before the female Indiana Jones of video games found her way to the silver screen. As one of the first characters to be given an incredibly crafted history and backstory, it seems this qualifies her for Hollywood at the fingers of director Simon West of Con Air fame. With 2 sequels already in the contract, this is just the latest in the long wave of the Lara franchise.
And that's only just the beginning. The latest tin of talent To flock to this bounty of inspiration is Wes Craven, who's just signed up to direct American McGee's Alice. It's more Tim Burton than Freddy Krueger, but the West Boy was still impressed by this FMV. It's been 10 years since her holiday from hell, and Alice is holding residence at the local nut house. Instead of nodding politely at the psychiatrist, though, she returns to the looking glass to find that the Queen of Hearts has gone quite mad too, and has turned everything into a nightmare in Wonderland. There have been rumors floating around since 1996 that Tron will be made into Tron 2.0. Now, Pixar hasn't got off their animated butts to do anything about it yet, so we've enlisted Kens and Mez to nudge the production effort on just a little bit.
So, tonight, for your eyes only, we're premiering what could be the opening scenes of Tron 2.0.
Roll it!
Did you switch off that big laser thing behind us? I knew we should have brought a dragon.
Yes! They got you too, huh?
I've been playing Jet Set Radio all day, and now look.
Oh, it's all the classic games from the old days. What's that rumbling noise? Shit! Dang it! Bad enough of this.
Let us out! Let us out! We're stuck in here! Shit, I left it on all night.
Epic! Now, here's a really boring email.
Dear Bits, I am completely bored with fighting games, the beat-em-ups. I am so bored, I think I'm going to be sick. I get bored with them even before they've loaded up nowadays. Kick, kick, punch, punch, smash the buttons, wiggle all the buttons together, jump, jump, bang, what's the effing point? They're all the same. I tried playing with my hands tied behind my back, but I got an electric shock when I drooled all over the joypad, and it made contact with my fillings. Help me, yours. Boring.
Dear, boring. We agree, but that's the point of fighting games. You kick, you punch, you block.
Yes, you obviously have not discovered the magic glove that fits your hand. Seek and ye shall find the beat-em-up that's right for you. For example, if you have no friends, then play Soul Calibur because it has a brilliant single-player mode.
Alternatively, if you're looking for a beat-em-up with some depth, then you cannot miss out on Shenmue, an exceptionally innovative hybrid which blends action, adventure with storyline, a whole lot of Sega emulation, and of course you still get to beat the shit out of people.
Or you can interact with your environments in Power Stones 1 or 2.
And don't forget, Super Smash Bros. Is the virtual beat-em-up equivalent of Mario Kart.
But hey, it's not just about headbutting your joypad anyway. It's about the subtle nuances of finger control and beating the crap out of your friends.
Which you obviously possess neither of.
And if you've got something more interesting to say, then why not send it to us via email at our website at www.4letter.com/bits.
After the break, 128 bits of Evergrace on the PlayStation 2.
Welcome back to Bits. Over. Roger, this is part 2. Over. Stand by part 2. Over.
In part 2, we're trying it on in a brand new role-playing game for the PS2. And having seen games becoming movies, we give you the movies that became games.
But first, here's Boof with Operation Flashpoint.
No, not a perv sim of the brown Mac variety. Operation Flashpoint is quite the opposite. This is a hardcore action combat game for the PC, set during the Cold War resurgence of 1985. Developed by an ex-Army Prague-based team, Bohemia Interactive, you can bet such authenticity will have you crawling around in your khakis just to get to the loo. Methinks another case of cabin fever is about to hit the readers of Big Gun Monthly with Operation Flashpoint. You start life out as a basic NATO private sent in to keep the peace on the wrong side of the Iron Curtain. However, you're quickly alone. You're surrounded by hostile Russians, and peace don't come cheap. The game is in very early code at present and often looks and feels a little slow at times. This is partly because you have to be incredibly stealthy to survive this real-time strategy come first-person shooter game. I found it a little hard taking instructions seriously from a computer-generated Stephen Hawkins. "Soldier, get the heel out of there, it's going to blow." Depending on the tactics you use, be they stealthy, sniper-styly, peaceful or full-on carnage, you will mould the outcome of your missions later on and have to deal with the results of your actions. Every mission you complete efficiently will increase your ranking till eventually you get to command a 12-man strong troop of your very own. Don't look at me. You'll be able to take control of over 30 different vehicles, from your basic Skoda to tanks, boats and even helicopters. The game is so real that even breathing will affect your aim. Lying down reduces your target surface and also enables a firmer aim. However, the AI of the other soldiers is so advanced, if you shoot, they hear and react. Camouflage actually works in this game, and though this can be to your advantage, you can rarely react to or even see the soldiers shooting at you. Very tough indeed. The good news is local area network multiplayer looks set to really boost the cooperative elements of gameplay. You can combine AI-controlled soldiers with human players in your own squad. Or you could even get behind the wheel of a car while your GI buddy takes control of the guns. The Cold War is certainly hotting up. Operation Flashpoint is coming out of your PCs in May.
Now, we've already seen the games become films, but more often, it's the films themselves that become games. Shit movie merchandise tie-ins have saturated the interactive industry, but amongst the pap, there are a few jewels. So sit back, grab a pew, and take note of our top 5 Hollywood button bashers.
At number 5 is a bit of a cult number. Originally a dark, twisted and very sexy animated cartoon, Heavy Metal Fact 2 became a game last year. With another game number already on its way and the long-awaited sequel to the original film rumoured to pick up where the game left off, we are all soon to be confused and out of our fucking minds. Chill out and take on the role of Julie before she hits a cinema near you.
Time to don the tight white vests and work up a sweat as Bruce Willis rolls in at number 4 with Die Hard Trilogy on the PlayStation. The maverick cop who knows no rules is here to sneak a shot in the arse of the bad guy and bring pseudo-terrorists to justice. No other dude could wrap himself up in a hosepipe and still look sexy falling out a window. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker!
At number 3 is Alien vs Predator on the PC. The concept originally came from a comic that merged the two species. They made a game from it, and now they're making a film of it. An interesting hybrid which borrows two of the most ruthless killers the movies have known and lets them loose on your hard drive.
Kicking up the dust at number 2 is the adrenaline-fueled Star Wars Episode 1 racer. So the film was pants and Jar Jar Binks looked like he'd just gotten a day off filming Sesame Street, but we all know that one of the most memorable moments from the film is the dizzying pod race that Baby Darth wins. Pick up this speedy hover racer for the N64, PC and Dreamcast and know that this is a goodie.
But in first place, one of the most successful games for the N64. It is, of course, James Bond shaking it up in GoldenEye. No one can deny it. This game experience qualifies on all counts for recreating the movie experience in a game. Following the plot of the film, this first-person shooter puts you in Bond's booties as he carry out mission-based objectives. For an extra treat, go back and watch the film again.
role-playing gamers are traditionally spotty-faced, agoraphobic youth with about as much style as the Crankies. But now there's a new RPG coming to PlayStation 2 which might be about to change all this. Yes, they might possibly learn to mix and match their accessories with style. It's Gaming Fashion Week with Evergrace. Ooh. In a genre that's in danger of surpassing driving games for swamping the market with dullard titles, it's important that a game has something to differentiate it from the fray. In this case, you can't rely on the storyline. A girl, Charlene, and a boy, Darius, suddenly find themselves transported to a mythical land that they must now save from evil. The puzzling bit doesn't leave much to the imagination either. Find key, turn switches, take lift. And you certainly can't rely on the attack system, a clumsy, strategy-free affair that will have you mostly running rings around your enemy while you wait for them to attack. Once they do, simply nip round the back and sink one into their posterior. No, the most interesting element here is the Barbie and Ken factor. Get your cash flowing by dispatching various enemies, then pop down the shops. They have everything the fashion-conscious young adventurer could possibly want, and all in the latest shades. And in a move that might pique even Chloe Savigny's interest, you can mix and match your character's armour, helmet, leggings and boots. And for the truly slavish to fashion, you might even find an appropriate weapon to finish off your outfit. If the shopkeeper likes your style, he may offer you a discount for your next in-store extravaganza. Being in vogue doesn't come cheap though, but you are rewarded with seeing your character sporting your outfit in every scene, including the cut ones, impressively enough. Both characters have their own separate adventure that you can play simultaneously. If you get bored of wandering around one area, simply switch character for a change of pace. Apart from that brief excitement though, this is a very by-the-book RPG, even down to the dreadfully dubbed voiceover dialogue. The basic enemy AI has many of them simply attacking you with a bad case of halitosis. Fortunately, the specially powered weapons make up for this. Although you can have a number of these special moves in your repertoire, you can only ever use one at any time before having to reassign for the next, which is really frustrating. All these frustrations add up to a relatively lacklustre experience. This Gaming Fashion Week won't be winning any awards, but you never know, it might help the fashionably challenged onto greater things when it comes out on the 23rd.
And now, it's competition time. This week's prize is a day's jet skiing for two, including tuition and travel, courtesy of Kawasaki Jet Ski Watercraft for the PC.
Simply rise to this challenge.
Violence, it's not nice. But the stars of the gaming screen and the movie screen are always dishing it out. What we want you to do is pit an action hero from the world of video games against an action hero from the cinema in a fight to the death. Pick your two fighters and tell us who, how and why. Bond versus Lara? Rambo versus Echo the Dolphin? It's your choice.
Simply send us your answers via our website at www.forlater.com/yes.